Kenneth McAdam. It's nice to
Amy.
meet you. And who's this? I'm Kenneth.
I'm Mike.
Nice to meet you, Mike. Alright, now can take a seat. Thank you so much for coming in today. Like I said, my name is Kenneth McAdam. I'll be your social worker today. And so before we get started with anything regarding what's going on, we're going to talk about confidentiality here today. So I just want to let you guys know that anything you say in this room will stay between the three of us. It will not be discussed with anyone else without your prior permission. Unless you're planning to harm yourself or someone else, then I am legally required by law to report that, or if you're going to break a law. So I just want to make sure we're both clear. All three of us are clear on that.
Yes.
Great. Mike?
Yeah. Fantastic.
Good. So I'm going to get you all to sign these forms, which just say that there's a confidentiality agreement between the three of us, and that will help with the agency. It's the agency's policy that we have you sign these. And because you're under 18, only your mom needs to sign for you.
Just here?
Yeah, right there. That's perfect. Thank you so much. Let me just sign it too. Okay, great. Let's get started. So, do you guys want to tell me about why you're here today?
Okay, well, we were recommended to come see you and see if you could help because, well, Mike has been acting out in school, you know, he's been disrespectful to teachers, he doesn't play nice with other kids, you know, just kind of things that you don't really want from your 7-year-old.
Okay, so can you give me a couple of examples of what he's done in school for acting out?
Well, he, like, stands up on his chair while the teacher's talking, just bad stuff.
Okay, great. I noticed Mike didn't talk at all there, so if it's okay with you guys, I'd like to split you up and each talk to you individually before I bring you back together and we talk again. Is that okay with both of you guys?
Yep.
Okay, great. Do you mind if I talk to Mike first, Amy?
No problem.
Thank you. Alright, Mike, so would you like to tell me what's going on? Because I noticed that your mom spoke most of the time and you didn't really get to say anything about what the problem was. So I'd like to hear what you have to say about why you're acting out in school recently.
Well, what my mom doesn't know is that I'm getting bullied a lot in school, and the kids are bullying me because I'm shorter than them, and it's really, really hard to deal with. And I guess it's because I want some more attention. I want people to notice me more. I want my teachers to show me some kindness, and because I don't receive that from my peers.
Okay, so you're telling me that you're getting bullied and that you just desire more attention in class, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else that would be able to help you overcome this issue that you're facing with being bullied and wanting attention and acting out in class, picking fights with kids and not fitting in well?
I guess I could talk to my teachers about the other kids bullying me, and about how I never get to see my dad, and that takes away from some attention that I could have, because I always have to spend time with my mom, and so I don't get time with my dad.
Why don't you get time with your dad? Where is he?
My dad works a lot. I don't see him that much.
Okay, so you think that having more time with him would help you to have more attention because you don't get that attention right now?
I think so.
Okay, great. So what I'm hearing you say is that you would like to talk to your teachers and explain what's going on about your bullying. You would like to talk to your dad more because he's always away on business. And then you would just like people to realize that you're being bullied and that's why you're acting out. Is that correct? Okay, great. Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you for sharing that with me. I feel very valued for you sharing that with me, even though we just met today. So thank you for your time. I'm going to ask that you step outside and go to the playroom where we have supervision for you, and ask your mom to come in, and I'd like to talk to her on her own now. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks. Hi, Amy. Good to see you again. How are you?
Well.
Okay, great. So I just talked to Mike about what's going on. When he comes back into the room later, we'll get to discuss what he said. But right now, I'd like to hear why you think this is happening.
Well, first of all, I think it might be due to the fact that I guess his dad's away a lot of the time, which I guess is kind of hard for everyone, like all of us, and it's just not very fair to him seeing as he's so young. But I'm not sure what can be done about that, to be honest. So.
Okay, great. So what you're saying is that his dad's gone a lot, and it causes him a lot of stress, and because of that, he's not getting as much attention as he needs.
Possibly.
Okay, great. Is there anything else? Any other reasons you think why this could be happening?
Well, I think there's a high chance he could possibly have ADD. I know that's not. I can't really self-diagnose, but
Okay.
is there any chance we could look into that?
Well, what makes you think that he has AED?
Well, just the things I've read and heard. You know, I did a couple of Googling before
Okay.
and everything, and all the inattention and all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, so you'd like to get him tested for ADD and get a diagnosis on whether he has that or not?
if that's possible,
Okay.
that would be great.
I can talk to my supervisor and see if we can get an arrangement with a psychologist or psychiatrist. That way we can have that diagnosed for you if you think that's one of the problems that it is causing this acting out, because that would make sense if that's true. And then we can get him medicated. We could have a doctor prescribe him medication for that to help him with his inattention. Okay, so is there anything else that would help? You said that your husband being gone a lot causes him a lot of stress. Is there any way that that stress could be lessened on you and on Mike so that you could be able to move past this easier?
I don't know. I feel like maybe I should talk with Mike. We haven't really had much of a discussion. We were told we should probably see someone about it, but I haven't really had any one-on-one time with him.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's anything he hasn't told me or, you know.
And what's your husband's name again?
Jim.
Sorry. Okay,
Jim.
Jim. Great.
Jim.
Okay. So you want to talk with Mike about everything that's going on. I think that's good. I think it's good that you guys are here to be able to do that. This is a place where you can both talk about that. So thank you for your time. I'm going to step out into the hall and grab Mike back in. That way that we can bring both what you said and what he said together and hopefully come up with a plan for what we can do.
All right.
Okay, be right back. Hey Mike, do you want to come back in right now?
Okay.
Okay, come on. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to make sure that it's okay that everything that you told me on our own is okay if I share with your mom. And everything that you told me is okay that if we share that with Mike.
Of course.
Okay, great. So I'm going to start with what Mike told me. So what Mike said he's been dealing with at school is that he's being bullied because of his height. Your face and your response tells me that that's not something that you knew already.
No.
And so I think it's good that we can talk about that now. I'll let Mike tell you a little bit why he feels like he's being bullied and how that could help him. So Mike, if you want to go ahead and tell your mom, and talk to me and your mom about it, about why you're being bullied and what you think can help you.
Well, a lot of the kids are taller than me, and the guys are stronger than me, and when we go out to play, I ask them if I can have a turn on the swings, and they just stand over me and say, like, you're too short to go on the swings, and then they push me down into the sand and kick the sand in my face. And the teacher doesn't see because she's not supervising well, and I think that if the teacher would supervise or if the teachers would know, then I could be bullied less.
Okay. What do you think about that, Amy?
Well, I definitely think we should talk to the teachers about that because
Okay.
it's something they should definitely be informed about. Have you mentioned it to anyone? Why didn't you tell me? Or
I was scared too.
okay.
Thanks for sharing that, Mike. I'm really glad you did. I think that opened a lot of doors for you. And so there's one other thing that you shared with me when we were alone, Mike. Would you like to talk about that right now with your mom, or do you want to save that for another time?
I can talk about it.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't get to see Dad that much because he's always away working, and I only get attention from you, and because I'm getting bullied, the kids don't pay that much attention to me. They try and avoid me, and the teachers aren't very active towards every single student, so I don't get much attention at home or out in public, and it's getting harder and harder to get attention from anyone.
So one of my questions for you is, how do you feel like the teachers treat you? You said that they don't supervise you very well and that they don't pay attention to you, so how do you feel like they do treat you?
I feel like they don't treat me like the same as any other student. They see that I'm standing up in class or I'm answering the questions before they're able to finish the question, or that I'm getting in fights with some kids because I'm getting bullied and they start picking on me and I hit them or I talk bad about them. And so the teachers, I just feel like they don't want to have to deal with me.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so that's everything that Mike and I talked about. And I see that you're going to need some time to process this a little bit probably because this is all news to you. But if we could go ahead and talk about what you and I talked about with Mike here, I think that would be good.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and tell me the things that you told me, or if you'd rather I say them, that's fine. Which do you prefer?
You can go ahead.
Okay, great. So Mike, what your mom and I talked about is, first of all, we think that there's a chance that you may have ADD, which is attention deficit disorder, because of your inattention in class and your inability to focus on tasks. And so we're going to get a referral from here to a doctor that will help do a test for you to see if you have ADD, and if you do, that'll help you to be more attentive in class and have more focus because you'll be medicated and be able to pay attention to your teachers more. But also your mother did not know about the bullying that was occurring to you, and so that might play a factor in this too. And so we're going to talk about this as soon as we discuss everything that your mom and I talked about. Your mom also brought up the fact that your dad isn't home a lot as well, and so I think that is a common factor that you both brought up, is that your dad isn't home to talk a lot. And so I think that if we discuss that and find a way to incorporate your dad into the situation, it'll help you. And so that's what your mom and I talked about. And so right now what we're going to do is we're going to come up with a plan of action for our next 6 weeks together. So where would we like to start our plan?
Probably with the referral, just so we can, if that's not an option, or if we can just cross it out right away and really get down to the root of everything.
Great. What do you think about that, Mike? Would you be okay with going to a doctor and seeing if you have ADD?
If it'll help, then yeah.
Okay, great.
It's a good idea.
Great. What other action steps can we take to help with this problem?
Talk to my teachers.
Okay, so do you want your mom to call your teachers, or do you want me to talk to them as the school social worker? Or would you rather we both did it?
I think it might help if you both talk to them.
Okay. Do you want to be there when we do that? That way that you can express your feelings too?
I think that's a good idea as well.
Okay. So with you present, okay, is there any other action steps or things that you would like to see from our time together?
Incorporate my dad into my life more.
Okay.
Find a way to be able to interact with him more.
Okay. So what's one way that we could do that? Amy or Mike? I think a great way that we could possibly do that is if we get Jim to come to one of our sessions. Do you think that would be a possibility to get him to come to one?
Yeah, I'm sure that's a possibility.
Okay, great. We'll try to work that out. We'll try to make sure we can come to one of them. Anything else? Let me check my notes. Okay, so we want to get the ADD diagnosis. We want to talk to the teachers. We want to talk to Dad and see if he can play more of a role. So I think those are some great guidelines for us to start with, to start working on this problem. Obviously, we're going to meet for 6 weeks. That's what the agency allows, for 30 minutes at a time from now until 6 weeks. So meet this time next week again for 30 minutes. Is that okay with both of you for the next 6 weeks? Okay, this is just a contract for all three of us to sign, for us to be held to. I'd like you to sign it too, Mike. That way I know that you're on board with this, so that we can move forward. I will go ahead and sign it first. Mike. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for meeting with me. I will see you at the same time next week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.